Good afternoon. I'm Shawn Yao, and this is One News Now. Drivers of traditional jeepneys are out on the streets, not to ply the roads, but to beg for alms, as they have been jobless for the past 3 months. One transport group says the government should not use the pandemic to push for jeepney modernization. To give us more details on this, we have News 5's Pat Mangune reporting live from Mandaluyong City. Pat, what is the latest in the plight of our jeepney drivers?
Shawn, Transport Group ACTO warned that traditional jeepneys will soon go up in flames once the government decides to permanently ban them amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The Transportation Department and the LTFRB allowed only over 300 compliant modern jeepneys to resume operations while Metro Manila is under GCQ. This leaves traditional jeepneys out of the picture, which has already been the case over the last 3 months. The Alliance of Concerned Transport Organizations, or ACTO, threatened to stage a protest and burn down jeepney units if the government will insist on prohibiting them from plying the roads. ACTO also stressed that there will be more than 500,000 drivers and operators who will permanently lose their main source of livelihood. Jeepney drivers are calling on the government to at least allow them to return to the streets and earn back their losses. The group adds that as of the moment, their only source of cash is alms or donations. Shawn, Transport Group ACTO also wants the government to abide by their own LTFRB board resolution that says they have until December 31, 2020 to apply for an extension of their franchises and attach with it a compliance to or a undertaking to comply with the PUV modernization program. If you can recall as well, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque already mentioned in previous statements that the DOTR, or the Department of Transportation, is following a hierarchy of transport modes, and traditional jeepneys come last only if passenger demand rises. Shawn?
All right, Pat, and what exactly does the Transport Department mean when they say when transport demand rises, isn't there enough demand right now, as evidenced by all the commuters that are stranded in lines or queuing up for the MRT and other available modes of transport? Did they have anything to say about that?
Right now, we're still trying to get a comment or a statement from DOTR, but just as Malacanang previously said, after modern jeepneys, the next mode of transportation that they will use as an option for demand in passengers would be the UV Express. And only then, if demand of passengers still rises, only then will traditional jeepneys come in. Shawn?
Right, Pat, one last question. Just a few weeks ago, I believe, the jeepney drivers, or maybe it's FEJODAP or some jeepney group, they did submit some proposals to the IATF on how they could operate again. This was carried by a lot of news organizations, and we saw a lot of pictures and videos of that. Has there been any update? Has this been approved by the IATF? I think they were doing the social distancing inside and some other means or modes of practicing health measures.
Yes, that's right. We're still waiting for an update from the DOTR, but just as you said, some drivers and operators are already planning how they will implement or install some plastic dividers, how they will conduct the payments of passengers before even getting on the jeepney. So those are some of the things that we still have to ask the DOTR if they have already resolved or decided on this. Shawn?
All right, I guess the wait is going to have to continue for a little while longer. Thank you very much for that update, Pat Mangune of News 5. And here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. The DSWD has started the distribution of the second tranche of the Social Amelioration Program. 1.3 million 4P cash card holders, as well as families under the waitlist for the SAP's first tranche, have received their cash aid. And the Foreign Affairs Department says that around 167,000 more OFWs are stranded abroad due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The DFA is targeting to bring them back to the Philippines in 2 to 3 months. And Senator Ping Lacson debunks claims about the provision in the anti-terror bill, which seeks to allow detention of suspected terrorists for up to 24 days without charges. In a webinar earlier this afternoon, Lacson said A law enforcer cannot arrest or detain a person based on mere suspicion. For more updates, follow News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Just register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Sean Yao, and we are One News.